Everyone in this world has his own life's journey, and no one's journey is a smooth ride. Everyone has their ups and downs, be it their work or personal life, and my journey as a photographer has been nothing less. I started photography 10 years back as a young college going boy. Since then, I have seen my share of successes and failures. Successes which have brought me immense joy, and failures which have taught me valuable lessons. So today, through this video, I would like to share some of those lessons with you with the hope that it could be of some help or service to those who are watching in their journey as a photographer or an artist or as an individual. So without further delay, let's talk about those lessons which have made me a better and a wiser photographer today. First, have a learner's attitude. This is one lesson which I have learned recently which has helped me in becoming a little modest and humble in life. For this, it's important to realize that you're not the best in the world. There are a lot of people who are better than you, who are more knowledgeable than you, more talented than you, and even more hardworking than you. And that's absolutely fine. You need to accept it and make peace with it. It's important to have an attitude of learning something from everyone. Everyone has at least one quality which you could learn from or which you could adopt in your own life. One should also try to learn from the great masters of photography. Besides learning from the technical aspects, one should also try and observe and learn from their habits and philosophies which made them stood apart from the crowd. Second is consistency. When I started photography back in 2015, I and a friend of mine would go out on the streets almost every day to shoot. We went to every monument, every tourist spot in Delhi just for the pure love of creating photographs. Gradually, my photography improved and evolved and I started getting paid gigs. When I started shooting a lot of paid projects, our photo walks became less and less. Now when I look back, I realize that my style of photography, my ability to capture moments and my eye improved the most during those days of regular photo walks because we were putting consistent efforts on our work, though unknowingly. This is applicable to everything we do in life. If we put consistent efforts onto one thing over a period of time, we can achieve whatever we want to achieve. Third, overcome your fears. This is something I still struggle from time to time a lot. Overcoming your fears is important if you want to do creative work or want to level up your game. Getting out of your comfort zone is key if you want to create something out of the box. It could be using flash for the first time when you know that you're not comfortable with it. Or it could be going outdoors for a portrait session when you know that you can create decent portraits inside the studio. Doing that extra bit of effort to do something creative is all that matters. For instance, when I was about to make this video, earlier I had written content for a reel video. But on the day of shoot, I realized that it could look better in the form of a YouTube video. But that required writing the content all over again. It took me some time, but I overcame my fear and started writing it again. While I was writing it, I knew I had done the right thing by making that extra bit of effort. Fourth is being patient. Being patient is a virtue that you need if you want to enjoy your journey as a photographer because it takes time. Being a successful photographer or even a skilled photographer takes its time. It won't happen in a day, in a week, or even a year. It will take its time and will happen when you are ready. Patience is also a skill that you need if you want to become a better photographer. It could be any genre of photography. For example, when I go out on streets to shoot, there are days when I don't get a subject or a photograph very easily. Sometimes I think that I've got a good subject, but the light is not good or the background is cluttered. Sometimes I think that I have an amazing shot, but when I zoom in, the subject is out of focus. So all these things require patience. The most important thing is to enjoy the process of shooting and be satisfied with wherever you are on your photography journey. It will happen when it should happen. Fifth, focus on the business aspect of photography besides creative aspect. Last and the most important lesson that I have learned during my photography journey is that photography is as much a business as it is art, and it is equally important to improve your skills and knowledge as a businessman if you want to work as a professional photographer. There's a difference between being a good photographer and a successful photographer, and I feel we can become both. The key is to strike a balance. This is something that I've learned the hard way because since the beginning, my focus was just on improving myself as a photographer, and I felt kind of distracted when I wanted to focus on improving as a businessman. But eventually, I realized that it is equally important to market your business if you want to grow or even sustain as a photographer. So, these were a few lessons that I have learned during my journey as a photographer for over a decade. Some lessons I learned the hard way, but I'm glad for whatever happened and how it happened because it couldn't have been better for me. So I want to close this video by saying that things will happen the way they should happen and the way it is best for us. So stop worrying, relax, and enjoy the process and keep shooting. Cheers.